Welcome back to another My Manager Career here with Shulker. Welcome to episode 10 of season 1. We're here, the season finale, and what an incredible season it has been. We've got 3 league matches still to come your way, but we know where we currently sit, and we will be picking up some silverware in this episode. Of course, we are 10 points clear of second place at the moment, and that is Hertha. And then Hamburger is currently in third position. Now, before we get into any matches, we do need to have a conversation with Yuri, the sporting director, to discuss who he's added to the youth academy from this round of scouting reports. And the first one is Tobias Christensen. He's 15 years of age, 51 overall. He's a left back with a potential of 66 to 84. And then next up, we've got Christian Christensen. He's 53 overall, right midfielder, 16 years of age, and his potential is 58 to 78 overall. Now, looking at the development plans for both these guys, first up is Christian Christensen. He, of course, runs that right midfielder. I think that we need to work on his ball control dribbling. So I think the best option for that one is going to be winger, and that can work on his agility as well. Now, with Tobias Christensen, I think we need to look at working on his defense, but also a bit of his passing, acceleration, and speed. So wing back is the best option, I think, to start with. And then we can work on the fullback development plan later on to really boost up that defensive stat. Now, looking at the formation of the squad, one thing I do want to trial in this episode is a 3-4-1-2 formation for the possibility to use this when we do get promoted next season. Now, the reason for this is we've already highlighted the concerns in the left back and right back position, as well as the backup centre back. And with the limited funds that we do have potentially going into season 2, we might not have the funds to be able to upgrade all positions. So if we change to a 3-back formation, we can just focus on the centre-back position, get that right, and we know that the attacking flair up front is working for us. So that is the theory behind it. I do want to test if it works for us. And I think because we're in the final month of football of season 1 and we've already got a hand on the trophy, what better way to test this theory in the final 3 matches and see if this formation can work for us, and then potentially look to upgrade that in the next transfer window. Of course, we do also need to look at the possibility of a midfielder in the next transfer window, as well as a striker. But with that back line, that was probably the largest concern we had with the left, right back, and centre back position. Now, we've had 2 players request transfer offers, and we've had an offer come in for the first one, Adrian. It is for 1.8 million, so we're going to Yuri to discuss this option with him. He's come back and he wants 2.1 mil, so we're going to have a conversation with them and see if they want to bump it up, and if they do, this could be the first transfer out of the club here in the final month of football of season 1. So the offer's in, they do agree to terms. Now they just need to finalise the deal with Adrian, and this could be a transfer out before season end. Now, Buckman also requested a transfer out this season, and we've had an offer come in for 1.15 from Hamburger, and Yuri has agreed to terms on that one, so there is a potential he'll also be departing by season end. But let's jump into the first match of the episode. It is a home match for us as well, which means we will be lifting that trophy in front of the home fans here today. And it's a beautiful day for football and a big occasion. Can we pull off a victory as well, as we've been inconsistent with those home matches this season? But this man here has not been inconsistent. A hat-trick in his last match. Can he potentially bring that form into this match and we head off into the sunset with a victory here in front of the home fans? We're going with that 3-4-1-2, so you got Henning, Schellenberg, Wazinski in the back line, Moore, Metcalf, Segan and Aiden, Eunice in the cam, and then Silla and Holland up front. With this formation, we do have Moore and Aiden working the wing and pushing up in attack, so it's going to be vital that Metcalf and Segan do support that back 3 if there is a counter-attack. Now, looking at the formation for Elversberg, they're currently going with a 4-2-3-1. They're currently in 6th position as well, so a quality squad that we're up against here today. So it's not going to be a pushover. We do need to come prepared and trust that we can work with this new formation. Silla with the ball here now, pushing it out to Moore on the left-hand side. Played most of this season on the right-hand side. Hopefully he can continue that form on the left. But a nice defensive play there by Schellenberg. Metcalf down to Segan here. He's got Holland pushing on the outside. Taps it back here to Aiden. Gets around the defender. Looking to chip it into the box here. Silla by himself. And what a goal there by Silla. He's 33rd of the season. And it's one in style. A beautiful bicycle kick to open this one up. Aiden putting it on a dime in the box. And we open up the scoring early in this match. Little chip over the top here. And Stiller just finishes it in style. Almost like he's breakdancing there. Hits it with precision into the left-hand pocket. And we're up by 1, 7 minutes in. Holland trying to push up here. Chip over the top. Moore needs to slide across. Try to get in front of it. Nice defensive play there by Metcalf. Pushing down the left-hand side. Back to Silla. He's got Holland on the inside. Uses him. Trying to pass the defender. Gets it back to Silla. And he puts it wide right on that one. Second opportunity early on in this match. And unfortunately, Silla just couldn't deliver. Holland tripped up over here. It's going to be a penalty. Moore looking to potentially chip it in the box for one of his big men. Over the top here. Holland trying to get underneath. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. Segan taps it down to Eunice. And it's off the right bar. You're kidding me. Segan once again blocked by the defender. A couple of real opportunities here, and unfortunately we just haven't executed. Henning trying to push up here. He's out of position. The ball's going to go wide. Schellenberg trying to slide across, trying to slow it down. And Hickering with a nice save. With this 3-back, we need to make sure we don't push up that aggressively, especially with the centre-back. Wazinski with the ball here. Down here to Aiden. Pushing downfield here. He's got Holland in front. Gets a ball through to him. Defenders on the inside of both. He's going to find Aiden once again. It's saved there once again by the keeper. Final moments here. Holland trying to put some pressure on. But they're going to escape before the halftime break. We are up by 1 with that goal from Silla. But we've had some real opportunities where we haven't been able to execute in that first half. Hopefully we can come out in the second and just have that little bit extra polish when it comes to attack. Aiden trying to push down, trying to support the back line here. Schellenberg's been beat. Wazinski late to react. And Evelsberg have tied it all up here in the second half, 50 minutes in. Not the start we wanted here in the second half. And unfortunately, Schellenberg just overcommitting on that play. Wazinski just too late to react. And then it's one-on-one with the keeper, Hickering, and he didn't even get a hand on it. A poor start here in the second half. But it is tied up still, so still plenty of time. Wazinski sliding across. He's been beat on the outside. Henning needing to slide across here. Ball back on the inside, and we're down by 1, 57 minutes in. At the moment, we're shaky in this back line. Obviously, it's a struggle with the 3-back. Schellenberg just couldn't get back defensively. Henning overcommitting. But there wasn't much he was going to be able to do on that play. We concede our second here in the second half. And we're down by 1, 65 minutes in. Stock with the ball for Evelsberg. Out wide here, Wazinski trying to slide across. Missed on that attempt. Schellenberg looking to do the same. He does get a block in on that one. And an easy save there for Hickering. 76 minutes in here now. Schellenberg trying to get in front on that defensive attempt. Henning sliding across. Back heel on this one. Moore gets back. That's a nice play there by the left mid. Metcalf pushing down. He's waiting for Holland to get open. He does find him. He brings it back to the left-hand side. A nice pass through to Moore. Pushing down to the box. He's got Siller on the inside. He does find him. He's got a bit of space. And that's what you want to do. Great ball movement down the left-hand side. We're 8 minutes before the full-time siren. And Siller gets his 34th goal of the season. But a nice play. Metcalf, Moore, Holland getting involved on that play. And then Silla just getting himself in a position to have the space and tie it all up here late in the second half. We've still got time though. Still an opportunity to just steal this win in the final moments. Wazinski trying to push back. His legs are gone at the moment. Schellenberg looking to do the same. Slows the play down. Segan back there as well. Wazinski trying to slide across, but Hickering with a nice save. And it's going to be a corner. Moore trying to clear it out here. Wasn't the best clearance. Ball back towards the box here. Nice block there by Segan. And Silla with the ball. Just not the best clearance. And it's going to be the full-time siren. Unfortunately, we do not pick up the victory here. It's another draw at home for the fans. But they don't care about that right now. They know what's happening. We are going to be lifting that trophy, that silverware. And it's a real recognition to this first season here for Schalke. We have turned things around for the club, getting them back into League One, Bundesliga. And then we really need to just continue from strength to strength. Schallenberg, obviously with the armband now, with Karaman out injured. Vital this season in defence. A real pillar in the midfield. Deserving of raising this with his teammates. A great achievement for this bunch. And it's great to see him lifting trophies. Hopefully more to come in this series. But we cap off a great first season here. And there's so many players that we've got to, consider for this performance this season. Silla up front, Schallenberg, Yunus moving into that left mid position, even more moving across to the right. And then we had Aiden in the right back position. Wazinski moving into the starting lineup. The man between the posts, Higuain, we can't forget what he's done this season with some critical saves and big moments. And then you got the likes of the fringe players with Holland, Hamachi. While being inconsistent, they've been critical in moments as well throughout this season. So a big congratulations to all of them. It was a 54-46 split on possession. And then having a look at shots on goal there, 6 attempts and 7 for them. Silla was our man of the match with a 9.3. Now, before we get into any matches, we've got some offers coming in for the next transfer window. And first up, we've got an easy one. Tim Albata hasn't played any matches this season. He's 32 years of age, and we've been offered 330k, which Yuri has accepted. Looking at the next offer, it is for Adewai Engi. It's from Darmstadt, which we're going to accept. But with him being that he is one of our fringe players, we're going to have a conversation with him to let him know that we've accepted that offer with Yuri's back in. And it's now up to him and his agent to discuss if he does want that transfer. So we'll head across now and have this conversation with him. While he hasn't played many games this season, he has been in some good moments for us throughout the season when needed. So while we've accepted the offer, it's now up to him and his agent to decide, does he have a future with us or Darmstadt, being that he'll potentially get some more game time. He is 31 years of age at the moment. So for him, he needs to consider his future. For us, we've discussed that we need to potentially add some youth into that midfield. And with the funds that we'll get from this, hopefully we can get a good, decent amount of that 1.6. And then we can look to potentially bring in some youthful players into that midfield. Now, talking about other transfers, Adrian's transfer has gone through for 2.1 million. And then we also have Batchman going through for 1.1 mil as well. So that's decent money coming through at the moment. We obviously need to have a discussion with Matthias Tillman about how much of these funds will be allocated to the next transfer window. But at the moment, these players are on the fringe, or if not, just not in the top 3. So we need to make these moves ready for Season 2. Don Call, we've had an offer come in here. Of course, he's been a fringe player, so we will have an honest conversation with him now about the potential where he will depart here at season end. And that's ultimately for his career and his future, being that we can't guarantee that game time when we do go up to League One, being that he's 6'7" overall at the moment. He's 27 years of age. We probably need to upgrade that position and he'll start falling down that pecking order. So he's happy with what we're talking about here. He's going to have a chat with his agent and potentially sign that contract, and he might be departing at season end. We're into the next match of the episode against Nuremberg. They're currently in 12th position at the moment. It is our final home match as well. I'd love to finish this season with an absolute bang and put a show on for our home fans that have supported us through season 1. There's a lot to celebrate, of course, picking up the trophy in the last match, but we still got 2 matches left of the season and we want to finish in fine form. This man here is in tremendous form and hopefully can continue here today, potentially take golden boot of the season here in the Bundesliga 2. We're going with the 3-4-1-2 formation, and we've got Henning, Schallenberg and Wazinski in the back line. Then you've got Metcalf, Segan, Moore, Yunus and Aiden, and then up front you've got Silla and Holland. Looking at the formation here for Nuremberg, they're going with a 5-3-2, so it's going to be a challenge to get through that back line. I think we need precision passing in the midfield to try and break it down, and if we can do that, we can potentially put some goals on. It's great conditions for football as well. It's open football in this kind of condition, so hopefully it's a big scoring match, and we can finish this with a bang here in front of the home fans. Nice play there by Segan. Sliding across. Metcalf picks up the scraps. Tries to get the ball back there, but unfortunately wasn't the best pass. And Schellenberg trying to slide across. Slowing the play down. Gets on the outside of him there, and the shot was wide. Just need to be a little bit better in defence in that back line, Schellenberg. Henning out of position was a poor defensive attempt on that one, but Schellenberg comes across. Nice play by him. Moore supporting. Chip into the box. And Henning taps it down. Segan takes the ball out. Henning trying to push across. Misses on the defensive attempt. Schellenberg trying to cover both. Unfortunately, he puts a penalty just outside the box here, 24 minutes in. We've had some limited opportunities here so far in the first half. And it's off the left bar. Millimetres away from conceding. But we do counter-attack here. Eunice gets the ball down to Moore, but unfortunately defence slides quick enough. And that's what the 5-back can do to you. Segan trying to push down. Great aggressive play there by Segan. Long ball down to Holland. Inside the box. Shot opportunity. And he delivers 30 minutes in. He's 5th of the season. While he's been inconsistent to start the season, Holland is starting to find his form at the back. Combining well with the midfield. Getting himself in open space. And he just puts it past the keeper on the left-hand side. A great goal for Holland. 5th of the season. Hopefully more to come with his career here at Schalke. Aiden tried to push down there. Segan looking to do the same but gets beat. Schellenberg needs to slide across here. Bit late to do so. And it's off the left bar on this one. Another chance for Nurthberg. Schellenberg tries to block and it's off the left again. Henning clears it out. Down to Moore. Beats the defender. Across to Segan. Down to Aiden here. Final moments of the first half. Pushes on to Eunice. Pushing towards the box here. He's got plenty of space. Shot. But saved by the keeper. And Silla picks up the scraps. We get our second. But once again, 2 shots hit on the left post. The luck is not on the side of Nurtzberg here today. Eunice with a big shot. Hits it with power. Ricochets back to Silla. And he scores the second going into the halftime break. So we're up by 2. But we've been millimetres away from conceding. So we need to get better in defence to make sure they don't get any opportunities like they've had in the first half. But Moore with the ball here down the left-hand side. Pushes it back to Eunice. Towards the box here. He's got Holland open, but he doesn't use him. He takes a shot instead. And it was a good opportunity there. Schellenberg sliding across here. Nice defensive play, but unfortunately doesn't get a foot to it. Henning trying to slow the play down here. Great defence there by him. And he clears it out to Aiden on the right. Pushes it midfield here to Wazinski. Down here to Eunice. He's got a bit of space here, midfield. Great play here by Eunice. Pushing towards the middle. Shot opportunity. But unfortunately just doesn't put any power on that one. Tries to chip it in the left-hand side. Long ball here. One-on-one with the keeper. And it's hit, you would not believe, the left bar once again. The luck is definitely not on their side at the moment. And it's almost like we're playing with 12 men. 72 minutes in here, chip into the box. Henning gets up. But unfortunately, unable to pick up the ball there with Segan. Ball back midfield here, he's wide open. And he scores the first here. 74 minutes in. Defensively, we just stood off. After we tried to clear it there, they regather it. They're on the edge of the box. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players all standing in no man's land. And unfortunately, they find the right pass there, wide open. And they score their first here, 74 minutes in. Ball back here to Holland. Gets the ball down here to Moore on the left-hand side. Defence in front of him. Nice ball movement. Great ball control there by Moore. Long ball down to Silla. Tries to turn it here. Does a good 180 spin. Oh, what class by Silla. Silencing the fans here for Nürnberg. Gets the ball. Spins 180 back. And then straight past the keeper on the right-hand side. Fantastic play there by Silla. And we're up by 2 once again. 82 minutes in. Great play there by Henning defensively. Down to Segan. Silla comes back here. Gets the ball down to Segan once again. Out to Aiden. Pushing down to Silla. Towards the box here. He's got Holland inside the box. Finds him. And once again, Holland putting himself in the right position for that one. Scores his 6th of the season. And that is our 4th in this match as well. We wanted to finish with a bang. And we've scored 4 goals here in our final home match of Season 1. And I believe that is his 2nd goal here in this match as well. 2 for Silla, 2 for Holland. Both of them playing incredibly well in this match. Holland once again coming up defensively on that one. Can we get a 5th? Silla, shot opportunity, but saved by the keeper. That was a real chance to potentially pick up a hat-trick in the final home match here. Schellenberg tried to slide across. And that's going to be the full-time siren. We do walk away with a 4-1 victory. We do finish it the way we wanted to, which is fantastic to see. Looking at the match stats, you got a 44-56 split on possession. And performance-wise, you got Silla and Holland both 10 out of 10 performances, with Silla taking the man of the match. Now, before we get into the final match of the episode, we of course have had some transfer offers come in, and it's none other than the man up front, Silla. The offer potentially 7.9 mil, so it's over the 5 million. It's now up to you to decide what we need to do here. I would hate to lose him, but it is part of that expectation. If we are going to lose him, I want more than 7.9 million. So Yuri has come back and said we're going to renegotiate it for 9 to 10 million. And then we'll see if they accept that. If they do, potentially Silla could be on the way out by season end, which would be devastating for the fans. But as it's decided, sporting director, CEO makes the call, and we've just got to ride with it as the manager here of Schalke. So if we do sell him, we then need to look at potential striker replacements, and they will be critical when it comes to the first transfer window in season 2. Now, talking about transfers, Adebayo will be departing here on 1.6 million. So we do wish him all the best in season 2. And then Donkor will also be relocating on 1.2 million. We also have Tim Elbata. He is 330k, so great money overall being added to the kitty. Hopefully, we get a large percentage when it comes to Season 2 transfer window, because if we lose Silla, we're definitely going to need it. But let's switch it up to some good news here. We've got Sanchez returning for the season finale here, which is great for us to potentially test this 3-back formation with our best centre-back player. And then he'll be partnering with Schellenberg and Wazinski on the right-hand side. The conditions aren't favourable here today for attacking football, so it'll be a real test here as well for how we can bunker down in defence with a 3-back formation. The test really is, can Metcalf and Segan really support that back 3? And when we do get a little bit of a counter-attack happen, we need clean passing through the midfield to get to the front 2, and then hopefully we can put some points on the board. Now, looking at the formation that they're going with on this one, it's a 3-4-2-1, same as us. So it's going to be a real battle in the midfield. Our attack is simple on this one. Aggressive play on the outside. Try to get around that midfield defensive structure and really put some pressure on the back 3. With our back 3, we're going Schellenberg, Sanchez and Wazinski. Then we've got Metcalf, Segan, and then we've actually got Hamachi on the left mid with Aiden on the right. Eunice in the cam, and then Silla and Holland up front. Eunice trying to put some pressure on here in defence early on. Ball goes out to the right-hand side. Wazinski pushing down. Kind of leaving Sanchez to cover 2 guys here. He needs to get back in defence. Wazinski slow to react. And Hickarin with a beautiful save. Hamachi clearing the ball out. Wazinski needing to push back once again. Sanchez covering the 2 players. Waiting for Schellenberg to get across. But Sanchez with a beautiful defensive play on that one. Schellenberg and Wazinski at the moment kind of leaving him high and dry in that centre midfield, centre back position. We need to clean that up if we are to win this one. Eunice pushing inside the box here, and he's been tripped up. Potential card as well. It's only going to be yellow, but 17 minutes in here, Eunice pushing down into the box, has been tripped up. And we've got a real chance here to put points on the board and score first here with Silla. Taking his time with this one. And And we do secure it in the right-hand side. Silla putting it pinpoint accuracy in the top right-hand side. And that's his 37th goal of the season. Obviously, we're going to miss him if we do lose him at season end. What a valuable player he's been for us, especially this season. Sanchez, once again, great defensive play. Pushing the ball down centre field here. Down to Silla. He's got Holland running a beautiful line there. Slows the play down. Tries to backheel it to Silla, but unfortunately couldn't control it. And unfortunately, Hamachi is offside. 28 minutes in here now. Schallenberg sliding across. Unfortunately, not the best tackle attempt on that one. Sanchez almost getting wrong foot on that one. Man, wide open, but it hits the bar. And real luck on that one for us to keep this 1 point advantage. Hamachi coming up defensively twice, putting some pressure on. Metcalf out to Yunus. Long ball down to Silla. Holland running a beautiful line here. Sets himself. And what a shot there from Holland. What a turn of form around at the back end of this season. He's 7th of the season. But putting himself in the right position at the right time, really making a statement piece in these final couple of months of football. And he just pops it over the top of the keeper there and puts it in the right-hand side. And we're going to go into this halftime break with the advantage. But what a change of form it's been for Holland up front. Really making a statement going into Season 2. We're going to do a switch out though. Sanchez is going to go off. Obviously, return match here. We do not want any injuries. But it's great for him to get at least a run under his belt to wrap up this season. Aiden with the ball here, down the right-hand side, through here to Yunus. Defender on his back, gets it down to Holland. Beautiful pass through to Silla, one-on-one. And he definitely delivers on that one for the third of the match. Holland and Silla combining well up front in this formation. Going with that two-striker up front. And he just waits for his partner to hit the line. And then straight past the keeper for the third. Second of the match for Silla. Yunus sliding across here. Great defensive play there by him. Gets it down to Segan. Looking to do a long ball here, but unfortunately in front of him on that one. But beautiful defensive play there by Holland. And 56 minutes in, he gets his second of the match. And could that be the knockout punch? I think it is. A great defense into attack play there from the striker. Segan's pass just too heavy. Steals the ball like a thief in the night. And he gets a double here today. Long ball here, down centre field. Henning probably should have been sliding across a little bit better than that. And a great save there by Higuain. Schallenberg trying to slide across here, 68 minutes in the match. Unfortunately gets wrong foot on that one. Needs to recover. Ball centre field, Segan sliding across. And unfortunately the pass wasn't the best on that one. Goal kick opportunity here. Henning clearing out. Schallenberg, but poor pass there by Henning. Trying to get in front of it. And a mistake. Costing us big on that one. Henning with a poor pass out to Schallenberg. And straight through centre field. Wazinski slow to react. And they score their first here today. Holland here pushing down. Going to drive it out here to the right-hand side, but it wasn't the best pass. Segan trying to get in front, gets a foot to it, but doesn't clean it up. Wazinski pushing down. Henning needs to do the same. And we're just falling asleep in this back line. As soon as Sanchez goes off, the shape just gets lost. And we can see 2 quick goals here. Not ideal. And being an away match, momentum can shift very quickly. We need to be smart for the remainder of this match here. Silla with the ball, pushing it out to the left-hand side to Hamachi. He's got Metcalf out wide, finds him. He's got Yunus on the inside, he's going to use him here. Beautiful pass on the edge of the box. And what a superstar he's been this season. 12 goals, 17 assists. And I think that goal has officially cemented this as a victory in our final match of the season. On the edge of the box here. Hits it with power. Straight past the keeper. Metcalf. Out here to Yunus. Down to Hamachi. He's looking for a long ball potentially. No, he just drives it past the defender. Shot opportunity, but we hit the post on this one. Henning tries to tap down, but unfortunately can't get a clean ball. Segan with a nice steal. Down to Aiden, pushing inside the box. And saved there by the keeper. Corner here, probably final moments of this match. Looking to drive it inside the box here. Trying to get underneath it, unfortunately cannot get any play near that one. And that should be it on that one. A big victory to wrap up the season. 5-2. Unfortunately conceding 2 potentially easy goals on that one. Well, not potentially, they definitely were. And I think that is probably the concern with the 3-back is our centre-backs might not be up to it at this stage, but it was a 50-50 split on possession and 10 out of 10 performance by Yunus, Silla and Holland, with Silla taking the man of the match. But to wrap up the season, it comes an award for the player of the season, and I don't think anyone has to guess who potentially wins this one. It is the man up front, Silla. An incredible season up front in that striker position, getting himself in the right places at the right time, and a well-deserved award here. Congratulations, Silla. Now going from personal accolades to team accolades, we've got the parade here in front of the fans coming out on full display here. And we celebrate this silverware, but of course a promotion back to League One. We had a lot of pressure on us this season. If we were to get relegated, the club would have had to restart and start a new identity. But this playing group got together, played to a purpose, and were able to walk away with first place and silverware, getting promoted back to where they belong in the League One Bundesliga. We've got a lot to think about going into Season 2, potential upgrades to positions, but also the potential replacement of an absolute superstar. The player of the season, Silla, will be departing here at season end. They've offered 8.4 million. Of course, Yuri has come back saying he wants 9 to 10. So we're going to start this conversation and see if we can max it out at the 10 million that Yuri wants. And if so, it will be up to Suri to decide, does he want to stay with this or will he depart here on this transfer? We've offered the 10. They accept. So it's good news if we do sell him. At least we're going to get the 5 million out of this sale. We know that's part of the expectations. 50% of the sale price will come to us. So that will be 5 million into the transfer kitty plus an additional 1 million. So that's a great start to season 2 to at least have 6 million in the kitty. So we're going to send off the text message, get him to come to the office and have this conversation about a potential departure at season end. Of course, we've accepted the deal and we're going to let him know that it's now up to him and his agent to decide if he wants to stay with the club or not. But what a phenomenal season he's had. 38 goals, 7 assists, and the award of player of the season for the Bundesliga 2 tournament. Of course, he's disappointed that he's not going to stay with the club, but he does understand where we are financially and the reasons behind why we accepted the deal, being that it's not a football decision, it's more of a club financial decision. We would have loved to keep him, and that's what we've expressed to him. If we had it our way and it wasn't about the finance, we would keep him in a heartbeat. So the good news for us is he's open-minded about the departure and he will respect us as a club on his way out. So we wish him all the best, and it's now up to him and his agent to decide if he wants to stay or not. But before we find out if he's potentially on the way out, we've had a few unsettled youth academy players come through. We've got Evers, who's 18 years of age. We've got Frank and Otto. We've got Evers 68 to 72 potential, so we'll sign him across to the senior squad, but potentially we'll be transferring him out in the next transfer window, and that's the same for Frank. He's 62 overall at the moment, but his potential is only 66 to 70. Otto, we've kept him as a keeper just so we had the youth academy players to be able to perform here, which we'll do a final match with him between the posts, and it's going to be Christensen getting an opportunity with Berger, Mooring, and Bakirk. All of them 17 years of age, so they're near the end of their stay in the youth academy and potentially getting promoted in season 2. So we're going to kick it off for the first match here in the youth academy, and it's been a battle so far in this one. Trying to push up there, Christensen defensively. Baykirk sliding across, but Christensen does get a nice defensive play on that one. It's all about pace. Can he beat the defender? He sets himself and scores the first here in the first match. Free kick opportunity, minute in. Nice play there by Baykirk. Pushes down inside the box and squeezes it underneath the keeper's arms. He could be a potential striker for us in the future. He's been playing well in these youth academy tournaments. He's a strong, big guy, and he's been putting in a good performance in this youth academy. You talk about good performance. Berger with a nice play on the defender there, gets himself open, and we're able to pick up the victory in the first match of this tournament. The best performer there, 8.7, is Baykirk. And then the new recruit, Christensen, with an 8.5. Moving into the second match against Hamburger here. And we start off with a battle in the middle of the field. Kick off. Christensen sliding in there, stealing the ball. He gets the ball out wide. Down to Berger, pushing towards the box. And then Christensen just follows up with a great play. Centre field, scoring the first early against Hamburger. Mulring with a nice defensive play there. He's got the pace to get around the defender and the moves at the moment. But unfortunately, the ball control there, he lost it a bit, but he gets the ball back on the inside of Christensen and he squeezes it down the right-hand side of the keeper. A great play once again by the new recruit. Christensen trying to get in front of that one, unfortunately couldn't do so. And we concede our first goal here in the tournament. Mulring here, pushing down the right-hand side through to Christensen. He's got pace as well. He's going to find the ball back here to Baykirk. And unfortunately, keeper gets a hand to it. Final 10 seconds. But we do pick up the victory on that one. The man of the match for us was Christensen with a 9.6. A very strong performance across the park for him. Moving into the final now of this Youth Academy tournament. And Baykirk gets the ball out to Mulring, centre field. Pushing down here at the moment. Gets a beautiful ball through there to Berger. And he's able to get it underneath the keeper's arm for the first here. And it's been a battle since then. We're a minute left in this match. And unfortunately, a scissor kick off the corner. And we concede a goal and it's all tied up. We've got 20 seconds left in this final. Ball in centre field here. Christensen with a nice defensive play. Gets it to Mulring. He gets a long ball down here to Baykirk. Pushes up and he squeezes it past the keeper. Great play. Counter-attack off the defensive play. And our man of the match was Baykirk with an 8.9. Now, before we get into a wrap-up of Season 1, we have had breaking news in that transfer deal for Silla. Unfortunately for the fans and, of course, for myself as well, we will be losing him at season end. So that means we desperately need to look at potential replacements when we go into the next transfer window. So the deal has been done for $10 million, which part of the expectations is 50% of that goes into the transfer kitty, plus an additional $1 million for a replacement. So priority 1 will be the striker position when we start season 2. But of course, with the loss of Silla comes the angry fans, and they're coming out thick and fast on Twitter at the moment, devastated with the news of losing our best player and of course the player of the season. Not understand the reason why that decision was made, but of course it wasn't a football decision because he has played phenomenal. It was purely down to a business decision made by Yuri and Matthias, and unfortunately as the manager we just need to ride with it. So we look to the future and we will address the striker position in Season 2 transfer window. But let's have a look how we performed here in Season 1. Of course, in the DFB Pokal, we got the whole way up to the semi-final, unfortunately getting defeated by Leverkusen 2-1. Unfortunately for Leverkusen, they were defeated in the final against Bayern Munich 2-1, so they did not pick up that trophy. Now, looking at how we performed here in the Bundesliga 2 competition, we had 83 points by the end of it all, 11 points clear of Hertha, who were in second position. We had some big battles with them across the season. It's good to see them get promoted as well. So this rivalry will continue in the Bundesliga 1 competition. Unfortunately for Hamburger, they were defeated 1-0 and 3-1 aggregate in the playoffs to try and get themselves promoted. So they will remain down in the Bundesliga 2 competition for at least another season. Now, looking at the Champions League, PSG pick up the victory against Liverpool 1-0 in that final. And then when we move across now to the Europa League, it looks like Porto pick up a 1-0 victory as well in that final. Last but not least, we've got the Europa Conference final, and that was Chelsea picking up a 2-1 victory in that one. So some big wins for them. And hopefully we can get ourselves in a couple of tournaments after Season 2. Looking at the play stats, Silla takes out the top goal scoring, 34 goals in 31 appearances in the Bundesliga competition. Looking at assists, Yunus takes out the top prize on that one with 14 assists in 33 matches. And last but not least, Higuaín takes out top clean sheets in the Bundesliga 2 competition with 15 out of 34 matches. Looking at the DFB Pokal, Koeman takes out top prize, 4 goals in 5 appearances. Silla was tied with that in second place. And then when we have a look at assists, you got Harry Kane with 4 assists in 5 matches. Of course, both of those guys combining to get themselves into the final. And then we've got Higuaín taking out top prize with 3 clean sheets in 5 matches. Looking at the Premier League, Liverpool take out top prize with 85 points, beating Manchester City by 5, and relegation is Bournemouth, Everton and Southampton. Looking at the top 2 in the Championship League, you got Sheffield United and Burnley automatically getting promoted on 92 and 91 points. And then the relegation in this one will be Bristol City, Plymouth and Oxford United. Looking at the League One competition, Birmingham City will be automatically promoted with Rotherham United. And then looking at the relegation, you got Exeter City, Burton Albion, Stockport and Crawley Town. And then when we move across to the Bundesliga competition, we got Leverkusen, of course, taking out top prize on 84 points. A phenomenal season for them. Now, looking around the world in the Ligue 1 McDonald's competition in France, Monaco take out top prize in that one. Then we move across to the Italian League. Juventus take out top prize, beating second place Inter Milan by 1 point. And then we head across to the Spanish League La Liga competition with Real Madrid taking out top prize on 93 points, 10 points clear of Barcelona in second place. So that's a wrap up of Season 1 here. We're going to run through the play stats to round out the Season 1 competition. But I just want to say I appreciate all the support, all the likes, all the comments across the series. It's been fantastic. I much appreciate it as it does help the channel grow and reach new audiences. And I'm glad everyone has enjoyed the series so far. We've still got plenty to do here for Schalke. Of course, we're in a financial position at the moment where we're struggling financially. So we don't have a lot of money. But what we're performing on the paddock, we're putting some results on the board with the squad we've got. And we just need to make some fine-tune adjustments when it goes to Season 2. So I've got full confidence that we will not be relegated once again. But we need to make sure that we're prepared in Season 2 to battle it out, to keep ourselves alive in that number 1 competition. Of course, there's some big holes to fill, I believe, in the squad still. While we have been performing, the squad is aging, so we need to prepare for Season 2 and beyond. So now with Silla departure, we need to focus on a striker as our number 1 priority. Then we need to look at a centre-back position as potential number 2 to partner Sanchez in that back line. Schallenberg's performed well there, but obviously it's not his preferred position. And then the next and third kind of one that we need to look at is a potential replacement for that midfield, either a left or right mid, or potentially even a cam from there as well. Good news though, Karaman does return back in Season 2. Hopefully it's not an injury-plagued season for him and he can get some matches on the board for us and lead us to success in Season 2. But time will tell, because unfortunately football can be a cruel game. Obviously Metcalf has performed well since joining us halfway through the season. 16 matches, 2 assists. That's a great result. And he was solid in the midfield, covering all positions from centre defensive mid, left mid, right mid, and even the cam position. We've had a few departures here as well that, of course, we say goodbye at season end and wish them all the best. But, of course, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you do hit that like button, as it does help the channel grow and reach new audiences. If you're new around here and haven't already, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to catch up on all the latest of the series. And of course, if you've missed any of the series so far, Season 1 playlist will be at the end of this episode. So once again, appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching. Can't wait for Season 2, and I'll catch you on the next one.